And I know we are joining from various parts of the world. It could be a different time in your area. Here in Nairobi, it's 8:03 p.m. And I want to take this opportunity to officially welcome you to our session today. This is an open day session on some of the programs that we have at African Center for Data Science and Analytics Limited. We have 10 programs and we have 2 accreditation partners. The first one is a Global Skills Development Council. They've accredited 5 of our programs. That is the Practitioner Certified Business Analytics, Computer and Cybercrime. We have Ethical Hacking. We have Certified Generative AI. And then now we have this, we have another accreditor called IABAC, Institute of, that's IABAC, and they have accredited 5 of our programs. The Certified Data Scientist, Certified Data Analyst, Certified Finance and Analytics, Certified Finance Analytics Professional, Certified Human Resource, and Certified AI Expert. So the session today is to look at the IABAC programs, and yesterday we had a session to look at the GSDC programs. Those who had applied for those programs, we were able to take them through what is expected and also answer some of the questions they had. So today we are looking at these 5 programs, and we are going to have a presentation as already being shared. Then after the presentation, we'll have a Q&A section where we'll get an opportunity to respond to the queries that you have. If in case you have any questions, just put it in the Q&A section. It's indicated by question mark. Or you can raise your hand, and then after the presentation, we'll give you an opportunity to unmute and ask in voice. Otherwise, I request that we do not interrupt the presenter so that we get the best of what we prepared. I know some of you have already registered. That's fine. For those who are yet to register, as you'll be taken through, our classes will begin on the 13th of August. And we'll have the period between today and then to just finish up on admission so that we get ready for classes. Otherwise, this is an opportunity for you to learn and also to interact with the material that we're going to expose you to, even as we'll be moving on later with admission. So I don't want to waste a lot of time. I'll want to welcome my colleague, Xavier Luku, who will take us through the presentation. Then I'll come back later. So Xavier, you are welcome.
Okay, thank you so much, Calvins. And I'd like to say good evening to everyone. I understand that we might be in different time zones. As Calvins has said, here in Nairobi, it is 8 p.m., about 8 p.m. East African time. So just allow me to share my screen so that we are able to start right away. Please confirm if you can see my screen. That's the presentation.
Yes, Xavier.
Okay, thank you once more, everyone. You are welcome to our open day presentation for the July 2025 intake. Today's session basically is a general overview. As we know that these emerging fields that we might be having limited information about it, we use this opportunity just to take you through about various programs that we have. And here today we'll be looking at those accredited by International Association of Business Analytics Certification. We will go further, apart from giving you an overview of AFRIS-CTSA, the programs, a deeper understanding of the programs. We'll now go to like the fees, the admission process, and after that we'll be given an opportunity to ask questions. So I'm a senior data scientist at IABAC. This is my 6th year in the data science industry, with an experience mostly in the finance and insurance sector. So currently at IABAC, I'm also a senior data science mentor and a consultant. So I like just to start right away by taking you through the presentation so that we don't waste a lot of time. IABAC was founded in the year 2020, and we are a multidisciplinary learning accelerator that is committed to bridging the digital skills gap. So we have dual international accreditation from International Association for Business Analytics and Global Skills Development Council. IABAC is a globally recognized professional association that is dedicated to growing and enhancing the field of applied data science and business analytics. And the founding principles of IABAC are based on Edison Data Science Framework, which is a European Commission initiative that was founded in the year 2015 with a sole purpose of aligning data skills to industry requirements. So since our inception, we have graduated over 2,000 students globally, and our headquarters is in Nairobi, Kenya, but we have operations in more than 20 countries across the world. In most cases outside Kenya, we have served our customers remotely, but we have been going there physically to have meetups with them. So we specialize in data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data analytics, as well as cyber security, data protection, ethical hacking, among many other programs. Our core values: one is empathy. We like to treat our clients as we want to be treated. Secondly, adaptability. We evolve to stay competitive because we know that technology keeps on changing. The current world that we are in keeps on evolving. So we ensure that even our programs, working with our accreditation partners, we ensure what we are training is at par with the current trends and demands in the job market. Also, we have a core value of integrity. We remain honest always, and teamwork. We collaborate for success among our employees, among our students, our alumni, and other industry partners. So our services, as I mentioned, one is training and certification in data science, AI, and analytics. Then also we do consultancy in data strategy, analytics, visualization. Our goal is to provide high quality, globally accredited, industry-aligned programs in the field of data science and artificial intelligence to both working professionals and beginners. Our students is always a mixture of both those in the industry and those who are not yet in the industry. So the question is, why IABAC? Why should you train with us? First, you will get international accreditation at the end of the course. Like for us, we train. The professional certificate will be issued by IABAC. Then for us, we will issue with the transcript that outlines all the units that you covered in your respective course. We have role-specific specialization for those who want to specialize, like in finance, analytics, human resource. We have those separate courses. We have allied faculty of industry professionals. All our trainers are people who have practiced or are practicing in the field of data science and AI in the industry. Another thing is that while training with us and even after graduation, you will continue to enjoy complimentary sessions or free sessions on that's continuous professional development sessions. We have we normally have a lot of webinars working with our partners, ourselves, to ensure that we continue being updated on what is ongoing in the world. Last is that we have flexible class hours from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. East African time. Now, after that, I want now to go to data science and related disciplines. What is this data science? So I understand that we have people here who have selected AI courses, have selected the data science general, who have selected data analytics, those who have selected HR analytics, finance analytics, but all these are subsets of data science, okay? So what is this data science? Data science basically is a cross-disciplinary field that seeks to extract meaningful insights from data, okay? All those fields, courses that you have selected, you use data for decision making. However, depending with the course, we have up to what level are we going to, or which skills do you need for this unit and not this one, okay? So data science also has other subcomponents such as machine learning. Machine learning is where the algorithms have the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. So machine learning mostly works like a calculator, whereby, for instance, you are able to use a calculator, okay, but perhaps most of us are unable to program the software, okay? So that's how machine learning models work. For instance, machine learning models can be used in fraud detection, okay, in finance, credit card transactions. Another subset of data science is what we call deep learning. Deep learning basically is an extension of machine learning, which is a subset of machine learning in which artificial intelligence neural networks adapt and learn from huge data sets. So neurons, human beings have what called neurons. For instance, they are systems coordinating various activities in the brain and all that. So this is the same, these are now called the artificial neural network. For instance, an example of deep learning models that perhaps you have used, you can talk of facial recognition applications. If you have ever opened a bank account without going physically to the bank, okay, those are the deep learning models. Those ones in the agricultural ecosystem. If you have been maybe hearing about drones that are able to estimate yields, all that is part of deep learning. Then we have artificial intelligence. Now, here the programs have an ability to learn and reason like humans. We normally say that the computers are able to mimic human behavior, like what a human being can do, a machine is able to do that. Now, going from there, what are the key differences between data science and data analytics? So HR analytics, finance analytics fall under data analytics. Then we have the data science, then artificial intelligence. So certified artificial intelligence expert goes now beyond data science. So now there's always a confusion between data science and data analytics. So I want us to look at this so that you understand, okay? And we are going to look at this under 3 areas: focus area, objective and focus, of course, methods and approaches, skill set and expertise. Under objective and focus, data science is more exploratory, while data analytics is more focused on immediate decision making, okay? 2, under methods and approaches, data analytics follows a streamlined process, okay? Focusing on what called descriptive and diagnostic analysis. Descriptive analytics is just to explain on what has happened in the past. When you have your data, you want to see, for instance, if you are talking about sales, what's the average revenue that was generated in the past 1 year? Which region performed better than the other, and all that, okay? While data science deals with complex unstructured and structured data and utilizes sophisticated algorithms such as neural networks and deep learning to be able to give you desirable results. In terms of skill set and expertise, data analysts are proficient in languages such as SQL, data querying. Of course, SQL, we use it mostly for data querying and manipulation, and data visualization tools like Tableau or Power BI. Tableau and Power BI are used in communication purposes. Mostly we call them the business intelligence tools, while data analysts are proficient with tools and languages such as Python or R, algorithms and big data frameworks, and also data analytics tools such as SQL, Tableau, Power BI, and MS Excel. So what does this tell you? This tells you that you cannot be a data scientist without knowing data analytics. However, you can be a data analyst, but you are not a data scientist because you lack that proficiency in tools that are used mostly in building models and performing machine learning analytics and all that. So now I have just a use case here, perhaps that can assist you to understand the two well. Under data analytics use case, for instance, imagine you have a big box of toys and want to know how many are red, blue, or green. What data analysis does is that it teaches you how to count, sort, and make sense of the toys or information you have. So it is like finding answers to questions using charts and graphs. While data science now, imagine if you could teach a robot which toys you will like based on what you have played with before. So data science goes a step further by using tools to predict, okay, learn, and even get new things from the data. So basically, in summary, we are saying that data analysis helps you to understand what is happening now, while data science lets you predict what will happen next. Okay. Now, what are the common concepts in the data science disciplines of various disciplines of data science? Mostly the common concepts here, we'll be talking about data types. Data types, we have structured and unstructured data. So structured data is data that is more organized. Like if I have a list of participants who are attending this webinar in an Excel format, that's a structured data. But unstructured, we can talk of what we are sharing on social media. For instance, images, voice notes, text, and all that. That is unstructured data. In fact, most of the data that we generate recently is in unstructured form. That's why they feel like data science has really grown, because of those sophisticated algorithms that are able to analyze unstructured data. We'll also be talking about data cleaning and validation, mostly looking at the accuracy of your data, the completeness, and uniformity. So this mostly will be talking about data quality assessment, like your data must meet certain metrics or conditions maybe before proceeding for further analysis. You can be talking about data mining, trying to find patterns from your data, models and algorithms. This one will come mostly in machine learning. Like for instance, you can be coming up with a model that is able to predict, okay, if a customer, for instance, in digital lending, a machine learning model that is able to predict if a customer, if given a loan, is able to repay back or not, okay? Like models that can be used in loan scoring and all that, okay? So another one is data pattern and trends. This one mostly comes in time series. Maybe you are trying to look at a development using data of a certain disease over a period of time. You can talk of data systems and applications, like for those people who will be doing the certified data scientists. After you build this model, okay, for instance, a machine learning model that is able to predict crop diseases, this model, okay, this model needs to be deployed in a mobile application or in a data system so that it is taken into what you call production. Okay, so those are the data science concepts. Now I want us to look at the applications of data science. So as I said, when I'm talking about data science, we have all other sub-disciplines there. One, data science can be used in agriculture. Nowadays, companies are using data science models fitted in drones in estimating yields and capturing footages. That has become a very, very common practice, whereby you are able even to estimate let us say in a pineapple field, you are able to estimate how many pineapples do I have in this field, how many watermelons do I have, capturing footages, crop diseases, or what called in precision agriculture. Two, data science is used in legal tech, predicting outcome of cases based on natural language processing. For those who are lawyers, if you have been following up on how judgments are written, mostly lawyers like referring to historical cases. In a case of so versus so, this was what was argued, and now they are trying to relate it to the recent case. So using a database of historical cases, like in most countries, we have websites that all judgments are stored. So if you get access to that data, because in most cases they are made public, and you train your model, it will be easier now as a lawyer or even as a judge to predict, okay, the possible outcome of any case that comes, because it will be able to relate it to what had already happened. That one will, of course, improve on efficiency in legal drafting and all that. Data science is used in call center routing and chatbots. Nowadays, organizations are trying to automate their processes, especially those organizations that are very busy, for instance, to ensure that customers are addressed or customer needs are addressed at any time. Those organizations that are that the smaller enterprises are going for automation to cut on cost. Okay, in human resource, filter applications in hiring flow. For instance, nowadays we have models that are able to determine if you will be qualifying for a job interview or not. For instance, let us say in your company, you have been having a lot of employee attrition. Okay. Of course, in any company, when you have a very high employee attrition, it is able to affect your performance. Okay. So if now you want to ensure that you get it right during the hiring process, you can use that historical data of employee attrition to train your model. Now, whenever you want to advertise for roles, okay, for those employees, new people who are interested for those positions, when they apply for those roles, the model is able to predict for you if this employee will stay for the company for maybe a longer period, and this one is likely to leave the company maybe even after 1 year or 6 months. So that's how data science is used in human resource, in retail, in optimizing supply and demand planning, to ensure that you don't have undersupply and of course oversupply. In finance, data science is used in fraud detection and process automation. For instance, I talked about credit card fraud detection. Process automation, we can talk of eKYC, like onboarding of customers without going physically to the institution. Another one we can talk of now, we have alternative credit, whereby you don't need like to have a pay slip and all that in order to borrow, especially nano loans. We have digital lenders who are able to use alternative scoring methods to assess the riskiness of customers who want to borrow. In healthcare, data science is used in drug discovery and image diagnosis. In tech, we have recommender systems, search engines, email spam filters, and matching problems. For instance, recommender systems, if you have been watching movies on Netflix, songs on YouTube, or Spotify, wherever, you find out that after you watch one episode, almost a similar episode, so it is able to analyze your behavior. Also, if you have been keen, if you Google something on maybe I want to purchase something via Amazon, you will find out that when you go to other social media platforms, you get recommendations of almost similar platforms. So those are recommender systems that are able to learn based on your behavior, your browsing behavior, the kind of content you like or love, and they now start recommending content for you. So the next section is why consider data science and related courses. First, they are really financially rewarding. Two, they have numerous application sectors. It cuts across every sector, because nowadays you have the ability to analyze any kind of data. Okay, that's why now it cuts across each and every industry. Also, it employs the next generational tools such as Python. It has greater career pathways. It is relatively young and promising. Okay, so what are the technical skills for data science and analytics, or what you learn at AfriCDSA? So those doing the data science and data analytics related courses, all of us, even the AI, you will learn basic statistics for data science, not all statistics. And the kind of statistics here that we learn, mostly we are talking about maybe to learn how to get the mean, the median, like the average, and at what time are you going to use the average and not at the. Those are the basic skills, okay, that you need in statistics, and you'll be doing this practically, not the manual way maybe used to do in campus, in case you did. Then another skill, generative artificial intelligence. This one for those doing the CIE, Certified Artificial Intelligence Expert. You have a unit in generative AI. Generative artificial intelligence basically is now using AI to generate content in place of analysis of data. So instead of analysis now, AI is able to give you content, maybe marketing content and all that. So the programming tools that we learn, this one is for those doing Certified Artificial Intelligence Expert, Certified Data Scientist, and Certified Data Analyst. You will learn Python. So both Python and R are used for the same purpose, but our curriculum and accreditation is based on Python, and the reason why, one, is that Python is more flexible and the commonly used tool in the industry as compared to R. Then R is really outdated, is an old or traditional tool. So it does not have many functionalities as compared to Python. So those doing the finance analytics and HR analytics, you will not cover this section on programming. Then data engineering. Data engineering here, mostly we are talking about processing and pre-processing of your data. Like you prepare your data before further analysis or for further analysis. So this is common across whichever course you selected. You must get that skill on. How do you first of all prepare your data before further analysis? Then data visualization using Tableau, Power BI, MS Excel. You will learn this because this is now the communication. We are saying like whatever is most important is now the communication. You see, in data science process, data analytics process, you are trying to solve a business problem. Okay, so when you solve a business problem, okay, it means that at the end of the day, you must be able to communicate in a language that everyone understands and non-technical. So tools such as Tableau, Power BI, and MS Excel can assist you to come up with dashboards to solve that. You learn big data, especially those doing the CDS and AI. Deep learning also this for those doing the certified data scientist and artificial intelligence, machine learning as well, those again doing the certified AI analytics, the certified data scientist, and the certified data analyst. You do some part of machine learning, but you won't go deeper into machine learning. Okay, so the skills that you'll acquire at the end of this, you'll acquire industry knowledge, like sector trends and growth. As we said that our trainers are people who are already in the industry. Then also we have complementary programs like webinars, a lot of them, 2 monthly, that whenever you have time, mostly they do happen on Wednesday between 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. If you have time, you can follow. Even if you miss and you registered, you can get a recording. Or if you go to our LinkedIn page, you are able to get a lot of them on our LinkedIn page and follow at your own time. You also get product sense and product management, because in whatever you are doing, you are trying to solve a problem. Okay. Then technical skills, that's coding sense, system design and architecture, and algorithm design. In terms of business skills, business knowledge, which is very important, you need to understand project management. If you are building a certain model in your organization, how long should it take before it goes live? Communication, how are you going to communicate with the rest of the stakeholders in your organization, and what's the strategy behind it? In terms of analytics, we get the data organization skills, data manipulation, data modeling, and of course, data visualization. So what's the way forward? Must be analytical. We must be ready to collaborate as you join us. Understand that most of you already completed the admission process. Must be ready to do also research, connect, and of course to innovate. So what are the career pathways in data science? Okay, so one of the career pathway in data science is data analyst. Who is a data analyst? A data analyst is a person who is responsible for data manipulation and reporting. Okay. Then we have a machine learning engineer. A machine learning engineer, this is a person who creates algorithms for data science process. Mostly, a machine learning engineer focuses more on deployment of these data science solutions for production. Then we have AI engineer. This is a person who designs, develops, and deploys artificial intelligence solutions in collaboration with other engineers. Okay. Then we have a data engineer. A data engineer is when you specialize in data pre-processing. What is data pre-processing? Like you are trying to fix messy data that perhaps has missing values, inaccurate entries, and all that. That's the engineers. Then business intelligence analysts, these are people who pass data, like to report on historical data alone, perhaps by using data visualization tools such as Power BI, Tableau, among many others. Then a data scientist, the person who analyzes complex large volume of data and support business decision making. So the question is, we have those who selected the data analyst course, data analyst course, general, the finance and HR analytics, that is still under data analytics. The question is, after completing this,
Xavier, we are losing you. Hello, Xavier.
no, Calvin, am I audible now?
You're not audible. We lost you there for a minute, for a few seconds.
Okay. So I was explaining on various courses, like for those who selected data analyst, you can work as a data analyst, data engineer, or a business intelligence analyst. Those who are doing the certified data scientists, you can work as a data analyst, machine learning engineer, data engineering, of course, data scientist, business intelligence analyst, and partly as an AI engineer. Those now who are doing the certified artificial intelligence expert, you can work as a machine learning engineer, AI engineer, data engineer, and data scientist. Okay. Now, what is happening in the data science job market currently? So this was a report that was released in February this year by Indeed. So first is that the data analyst job increased by 25%, and the data engineers roles increased by 42%. Okay, in September 2024 and January 2025, the roles for data scientists and data engineers almost converged. Okay, like in the past, data scientists was leading, but now also organizations are starting also maybe to take specialized roles in data science. But as I said, once you complete that course, you have the leeway to work in those specific roles. So what are the initiative plans? You must be ready to invest your time, money, and effort to train your mind. You must be ready to intern and explore. Like we say, that you do the dirty work to gain experience. Focus. You identify an industry and create space for yourself. Impact, influence, practice. Okay, now what some of our graduates say, if you Google African Center for Data Science and Analytics, you are able to get our reviews. We have a review of 4.7 out of 5, which is a very high rating from our past students. You can check on that. Where our graduate portfolio, where some of our students work. We have students working from telcos, to government agencies, to NGOs, to financial institutions, to consultants firms such as KPMG, Telcos, MTN, Telcom, Safaricom, Mua, Berry, Deloitte, Save the Child, Turaco, Britam. And also we have been able to train corporate clients, a specialized program from Akili Kids, Rwanda Revenue Authority, Uganda Revenue Authority, NCBA Bank, that's NCBA Group, NSSF Tanzania, Bomet Botswana, University of Rwanda, Daystar University, Java House, PCA, Kikuyu Hospital, among many others that we will not list here. Now, from here, we are going now to our schedule for the July intake. All July intake classes are virtual. Okay. And our classes, as I said, run from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. But we have 3 groups. We have the 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. class. This is a full-time virtual. And our classes run from Monday to Thursday. This takes 4 hours a day. Okay. The certifications that are offered under this class time is certified data scientist and certified data analyst only. Then we have the batch that normally comes from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., which is virtual and part-time. It runs from Monday to Thursday as well, 2 hours a day. This is for certified data scientists and certified data analysts only. Then we have the 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. batch. The study mode is virtual part-time. It runs from Monday to Thursday, 2 hours a day. This is for certified data scientists, certified data analysts, certified artificial intelligence expert, certified human resource analytics professional, certified finance analytics professional. Okay, so you select whichever, and once you select, for instance, the 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., it is not possible to move to the 5:30 to 7:30 or from 8 p.m. to 10, because you find out that those cohorts run like the pace might be different. So the course durations, also all these details are found in our website. Perhaps maybe our team members who are here can share that in the chat so that you can get the information from the website as well. So for the certified data scientist course, part-time takes 9 months, full-time 5 months. Certified artificial intelligence expert, currently we have part-time alone, it takes 7 months. Certified data analyst, we have both part-time and full-time. Part-time takes 7 months, full-time takes 4 months. Certified human resource analytics professional, currently we have part-time alone, it takes 5 months. A certified finance analytics professional, currently we have part-time alone, it takes 5 months. This time frame is inclusive of the exam period for the IABAC. As I said, that you'll be examined at the end of the unit. Okay, like for instance, the certified data scientist exam is a project-based, takes 2 weeks. The rest of the certification currently, they are closed book, like 2-hour exam and that. The CDS is a project-based that takes about 14 days, open book. So now the fee structure, also here, the July intake, we are talking about the virtual sessions alone. The certified data scientist course, local currency within Kenya is 88,660, while in dollars, that's 682. We allow our students to pay in up to 5 equal consecutive monthly installments. So we give you that flexibility in case you have fee challenges to be able to pay your fees in bits. Certified data analyst virtual, 78,650. That's approximately $6 or $5 up to 4 installments. So those in Kenya, maybe the question is, will you be allowed to pay in dollars if you need? Yes, you can pay in dollars as well. Okay. Certified HR analytics professional is 52,000 Kenyan shillings, equivalent to approximately $400. Certified Finance Analytics Professional, 52,000 Kenyan shillings, equivalent to $400, and these are the maximum number of installments. Certified Artificial Intelligence Expert is 98,800 Kenyan shillings, $760. You are allowed to pay up to a maximum of 5 installments. So for July intake, we have a 10% discount for all the programs for those who will pay their first installment or make a commitment before that 1st of July. In terms of school fees payment options, those local students within Kenya, you can pay using mobile money, Lipa and M-Pesa. You can do a direct bank deposit in a cooperative bank account. For our students outside Kenya, you can do a direct bank deposit in our dollar account, or we can pay using a credit card, debit card, mobile money. You just send your link, and that also applies to those in Kenya. If you want a link, you want to pay using your card, we are able to assist you in that. How does our admission process look like? I understand that most of you have already completed this process or are in this process. The first step is payment of fees, which can be the first installment or the entire amount. Then registration and issuance of admission number. Then third is issuance of admission letter. Then, of course, start of classes. So the admission deadline for the July intake is 12th August 2025. And classes will start on 13th August 2025. All classes are recorded as they are ongoing. Even if you miss one or two sessions, you are able to follow up. Also, we have the learning management system that also you are able to follow up these units and all the materials. So you can get in touch with us. This is our main operations phone number. We are located, or our headquarters is in Kenya, Nairobi. This is our email, our website. You can visit or scan. And also you can follow us in various social media pages. We share a lot of content that is really very educative. So that marks the end of my presentation. I'd like now to take it back to Calvin's to assist us or to guide us in the Q&A session.
Okay, thank you very much, Xavier, for that wonderful presentation. We'll now do questions. I think the questions that have been asked on chat have been responded to. That's in the Q&A section. If you have any question, you can just put it in the Q&A. We'll read it out and respond to it. Or you can just raise your hand and we'll give you an opportunity to unmute and ask the question you have. So, yeah, any questions? Just to let you know that the session is being recorded, and after this, we'll share the recording. I've seen there's been a request for it that will be shared with you. You also want the PPT? Yes, we'll share the PPT. Then there's a question: do you also give modules for the specific courses? Yes, we share the modules. I've shared the link with you. It has all the modules you can download. We have a brochure that has all the modules for each and every course you can go through. Then there's a question: which intake will have physical classes? So we normally have intakes every 2 months. That's beginning January. Then we skip February, March. We have classes. Then May, then July, then September. So let me say every odd month of the year we have an intake. Then our physical classes also alternate with virtual. So like the month of January, we had physical classes. March, we didn't have physical classes. It was just purely virtual classes. May, we had physical classes. Then for this July, it's purely virtual classes. Then we now have physical classes in September intake. So after September, we'll skip November, then we again have January. So our next 2 physical classes is a September intake and January intake. Is there September intake? Because I'm seeing you are concerned with classes that start in August. Yes, we have September intake and it will have physical classes. So what happens is, like for this July intake, July intake will run up to early August, because it also there from experience we have seen people, there are some who are paid their salaries early in the month, so they want to pay for their fees when they receive their salaries. So as we presented, our classes will begin on the 13th of August, and the July intake will close on the 12th of August. Classes begin on 13th. Then we'll have September intake. Classes will begin in the first week of October. Is it possible to switch to another program in the middle of the program, e.g. CDS to CDS? If you can take that.
Okay, thank you so much. It is possible, but it depends. Like if you are doing CDA, you can switch to CDS. But if you are doing CDS or CIE, it is not possible to switch back to CDA because, like, before you start the core certified data scientist unit, you will have covered all the data analyst unit. So switching back, coming back to data analysis from certified data scientist is like we will be repeating whatever has been covered. So you can only switch from like the analytics courses to certified data scientist or AI.
Yeah, I think that also covers the next question. Is that analytics taught in the data science? Yes, the data science curriculum covers whatever the certified data analytics cover. So the certified data analytics and the certified data science, to some extent, they'll learn together. But then after Python, the data analytics class will proceed to exams, but the certified data scientist will proceed to machine learning, then big data, all the way to deep learning. Then there's another question. In the event that one starts learning but falls out of the program due to unseen circumstances, how do you treat the case? Yes, Tresford, we normally request that you just do a notification to us at the moment you feel like you are unable to proceed with your classes. Just write to us an email saying you are unable to proceed with the class due to maybe an issue that's come up. And then also let us know what point you are falling off class, so that when you're ready to resume, we'll add you to the class that's where you left. So we have a program for that. Just ensure that you communicate, you don't just disappear. Then how big is the certification given by IABAC? I think Sylvia can take the next two. There's a question on how big is the certification. Then Charlene, I work with the county government and interested in doing certified finance analytics. How will this course impact my career growth in future, having still interested in working with the government?
Okay, so on how big is the certification, IABAC, as I said that IABAC is the first globally recognized professional association that dedicated to growing and enhancing the field of applied data science and business analytics. And this IABAC was founded based on the Edison Data Science Framework, which is a European Commission initiative that was enacted in the year 2015 with an objective to align data science skills to industry requirements. So based on, maybe to respond this now based on experience from our alumni, we have our alumni that have been able to secure global jobs with this certification. Others who wanted maybe to proceed now with other further studies like masters and all that, in countries beyond outside Africa, they have been able to get admission with the certification. So these are global recognized certification. So the person who is asking about the county government, if I can come on that. So currently, okay, the government currently of Kenya with working with the World Bank, they are coming up with what's called the Kenya Integrated Public Service Productivity Analytics System. Like they want to ensure there is efficiency in the public sector based on data-driven decision-making across various departments. And in implementation of this model, one of the things that the government is looking towards is capacity. Like now, there's this blueprint. Who are those people now who are going to assist us towards implementation of analytics across government systems and all that? And also, currently, the government is investing heavily in digital skills, in upskilling. We have, like, for instance, in Kenya, the Konza Technique Police that they are really investing. We have the AI strategy that was launched in March this year. So the government is already aligning itself to the current emerging technologies. So in terms of career growth, what I can advise you is that this is an opportune time for you to get these skills so that as the government has started the implementation process, you will have an upper hand, given that you already have the skills to assist the government or the relevant department towards the implementation of a data-driven public service. Maybe now, I don't know, Calvin, if there's another one or...
I'll take the rest, then we'll, we have two hands that have been raised. We'll give you an opportunity to ask her. So, Alvin, so there's no virtual classes within September intake, or have got it wrong? Now, when we have the physical classes, the classes are both virtual and physical. So virtual classes will exist throughout the intakes. It's only the physical classes that we have in January, May, and September. But for virtual classes, they'll be there for every intake. That's January, March, May, July, September, and November. Then can I change my attendance time, or it's late? Charity, you can change your attendance time before classes start, but after classes have started, you'll realize that the classes will be moving on at different paces. So you may be disadvantaged if you're moving from one class to another. So we normally encourage you to stick to the class that you've chosen. On a day that you are not in a position to attend class, we normally share recordings. So every class that we do is recorded. Then a recording of that session is shared with the student. And also we have a learning management system. You'll be given a portal where we have all our programs already recorded. So it will come to complement whatever you are doing in class. So even if you get to, you start a class and at some point you feel that maybe you are not able to attend, maybe you're on a business trip or it's a health break, we'll have those recordings. And also, if you're not in a position to proceed, you can just let us know, just do an official, as I was responding to the other query, do an official notification to us that I'm not able to proceed to class due to this issue. Then when you are ready to resume, we'll add you to the next available cohort. Then there's a question by Patrick. If one completes CDS, can he or she be exempted from some units in AI? How about the fees? Will they pay the whole amount? Yes, Patrick, once you've done the Certified Data Scientist program and you come back for the rest for another course, we'll always give you exemptions. because there are some common units that will need you not to undertake again. So we'll consider that. So you won't pay the whole amount. The whole amount will be paid by somebody who is coming to do AI. That's from the beginning. And sometimes you normally also have some discounts again for our students, those who have done a course and they're coming to do another course, depending on available scholarships or the available opportunities. We sometimes give discounts. That's besides the exemptions that we are granting you. Then do you have another alternative for individuals with a financial crisis, Eugene? What we currently do is we allow you to make the payment in installments. So if you are doing a course that has 5 installments, you divide that amount and pay in 5 different installments. If your course is taking allows you for 3 installments, we allow you to do that. Sometimes we have scholarships, but we cannot guarantee that there will be a scholarship for every intake. It depends on availability of the same from our various partners. And anytime that we have partners who want to come and sponsor students, we normally communicate. Okay, so I think we have another question by Hesbon. Talk about certification. I've been in credit industry, fintech, and some requirement is SQL, Looker, Power BI, dashboard, etc. So I don't know if you need us to comment on that.
Maybe I can comment because I have been in fintech for quite some time as well. Yes. So in this SQL first is data engineering, I can say, kind of software. You will learn it is part of the syllabus for both the certified data scientist and certified data analyst. Basically, SQL just assists you to query your data in a database. Like for instance, you are talking in fintech. Like in one of the fintech company I worked, it was a digital lending whereby data is streaming in real time. And when you want to visualize it in Power BI, for instance, you want to visualize to see how customers are repaying and borrowing loans in real time. So you need to link your data visualization tools such as Power BI to SQL in real time. We have it. It's part of the units that you learn. Now we're going to look at Power BI and Tableau. Those data visualization softwares are used for the same purpose. The most common is Power BI, then Tableau. Why Power BI? Power BI because most companies are using Microsoft product. Power BI is a Microsoft product. Then of course we have Tableau. Then Looker Studio is for it is for Google. So whichever among the three, for us we train on Power BI and Tableau, which are the most common for both the data scientist and data analyst. So you'll be able to learn this, and those are just used for coming up with dashboards to visualize your data, while SQL assists you to query data directly. As the data streams to the database, you are able to retrieve it and visualize. I think that is clear.
Cecilia, 2 more questions, then we'll go to the answers that are raised, and then we'll come back to the other questions. There's a question: toward the end of the programs, are the projects predetermined, or can I do a project of my choice to better align with the use case I want to apply my knowledge to? Then I think the second one is, does the transcript provided by AfricDSA include only the list of course units completed, or does it also show the individual course for each course unit? Sylvia can take those 2.
Okay. So which one? The transcript, let me take the transcript first. On the transcript, it shows if you have either passed or failed. P passed or failed. That is what is contained in the transcript. Then there's a question, I think there's one Calvis that has skipped my, Apart from the recorded classes, is there any other equipment for learning? We have the notes, the materials, the data set. We have a data repository of over 400 data sets across various industries that you can use. The requirement that you need your personal laptop, because you cannot be a data scientist or analyst who does not have where to practice, because the course is practical from the second unit up to the last unit. So you need a personal laptop. Then is the exam charged separately or part of the course? What happens if you fail? Retake options. The fee is inclusive of exam. If you fail the second attempt, you don't pay. The third attempt now is when you will be charged again some amount, of course not equivalent to the whole. Then how competitive are your certificates on the global job market, and how do your program differ from those of ALX? In other words, how do your certificates stand out? So we don't issue certificates. The certificates are offered by our accreditation partners. As compared to ALX mostly they issue certificates internally. But for us, we train you, you are examined by a different body and issued the certificate by a different body who have the right, because they are professional certificates, you will be required to continue attending what called CPDs, which of course it is free of charge. This ensures, one, credibility. Two, this also ensures that you continue learning. So that's the main difference between us and ALX. The softwares we install, so this is something that our students get at no cost. How soon one gets the certificate after completion? I think that was the last year. Maybe Calvis, you can respond to that then.
Yes, there's one more question before I respond to that. There's a person, I think it was Gregory, who was asking, towards the end of the programs, are there projects predetermined, or can I do a project of my choice to better align with the use case I think he's interested in?
So thank you. In the units, in class, we have the common projects. Of course, the methodologies are the same. But now, before you sit for IABAC exam, you will do a project of your choice. As I said, that we have over 400 data sets across diverse industries, from transport sector, health, business, mental health, of course, is under health, and the issue of ECG, that's environment, and all that. So you select a project of your own choice that aligns with what perhaps you like or you are doing.
Okay, yeah. Before I answer the last two questions, Evans has been raising his hand. Evans, you can just unmute and ask. Just click on the microphone to unmute. There was also Brian, I think is lowered his hand. So I'll take the last two questions as well for Evans. How soon one gets certificate after completion? So certificates are normally shared within 2 weeks. That is, you have 7 days to get the results and transcripts. Then in another 7 days, you get your certificate. And also, just to let you know that we normally have a period of 4 weeks. That's 1 month for you to familiarize with any concept, seek clarification before you sit exams. So if we had a class that was beginning today, 24th of July, we'll have 4 weeks. That's around 24th of August to sit exams. So we normally have that 4-week period for to just familiarize yourself with the concepts. Anything that you felt wasn't clearly understood, you can consult the tutor in that period, so that by the time you're sitting exams, you are very ready. And also just to let you know that our pass rates are normally 98 to 100%. So I think that's quite high. And one thing that Steve said is classes normally run from Monday to Thursday. Then on Fridays, we have them for consultations. So if you need to have a separate session with your tutor, if you need to discuss amongst yourself, either virtually or physically, you can come to the office. That's on Fridays. Then do you offer students practical attachments during the course? We normally have a placement program, but it normally depends on requests from partners. So we'll do a training, then we have a pool of graduates or we have a pool of students. Then when we have our partners, if the case they need talents, we normally give them access to the students that we have. But that's normally competitive. So depending on, because the partners will also do their interviews and shortlisting. Yeah, so I think Evans, if you're able to ask, if not, then put it on chat. Oh, Michael, yes. Let me give you you've not connected your audio, so you'll want to be able to unmute and ask. Are you able to put your question on chat on the Q&A so that we look at it? Patrick is asking, are exams administered by a noted body? Yes, from the presentation, we are accredited by international body called IABAC and GSDC. So what we do is we take you through the curriculum, we take you through the program, then we prepare you for the exams, then you sit the IABAC or GSDC exams, depending on the program that you've chosen. So even the certification, it's the IABAC or GSDC that are going to certify you. And these are international accreditation bodies. So the certificate that you get after this program is a certificate that you can produce anywhere, and it's not recognized. It's recognized. It's recognized because the accreditor is an international partner. So you are not restricted to a particular jurisdiction. On the issue of free courses, how long and what programs do you offer? Then are the exams virtual? Free courses, Xavier, you can handle that. I don't know if it was mentioned.
No, currently we don't offer free courses. What we said, webinars, the complementary webinars, because like most organizations, especially these professional webinars where you invite high-end speakers, they do charge. But for us, as long as you are our students, you don't pay for that. You attend them at no cost. Yeah.
Yeah. So the exams virtual. Charlene, the certified data scientist exam is it's a practical exam that you receive the instructions on email. You have 7 days to do your project. You submit it for marking. But the rest of the courses, the other 9 courses, are computer-based. That means you log into the portal from whichever place you are and sit. So yes, they are virtual. You don't have to be there physically. But also, we have had instances where maybe a student doesn't have stable internet or stable power. So you can always come to the office and sit the exams at the office. Yeah, but you can take them from anywhere. Even the certified data scientist, which is a project, you can just do the project from whichever place you are in. So there's somebody I wish to pursue. This would be the last question. I wish to pursue actual science. What course can I embark on with you guys? I see if you can take that.
Okay, thank you. So the certified data scientist will work well for you in case you want to pursue actuarial science. Because also like actuaries mostly do predictions, mostly in risk and finance, assessing risk, especially in insurance. Data science also is more of predictions, of course, not in finance alone. So I think data science will work better for you.
Okay, I think that is our last question. So we'll bring this to a close. I don't know, Michael, if you are able to just put it on the Q&A section so that we respond to it. Or you can alternatively reach out to us. I think some of you have been reaching out to us and we are already addressing some of the issues that you have. We are available through the contact that we shared. Also reach out on any social media platform. You can also reach us directly through our website. That's africdsa.com, www.africdsa.com. Then we'll be able to respond to any queries that we have. Going forward, we'll spend the next few days to just finish up on admission, which ends on the 12th of August. Then on the 13th of August, we'll start classes. And also, Xavier talked of, we have a discount for July intake up to 31st of July. So even if you're not ready to, if you don't have the finances yet and you wish to secure that discount, just do us an email notification and we'll reserve your discount for you. Otherwise, I want to take this opportunity to thank you and I want to wish you all the best in the program. Thank you and bye.